Good morning, everyone. This is Jill Marr, the Coordinator of Instructional Technology for Oconomowoc School District. I'm here to give you a quick tutorial on how to use Google Classroom for educator effectiveness. It is replacing our Teachscape platform. So the first thing you need to do is you need to go into your Chrome web browser, which is your Chrome icon at the bottom of your screen on your laptop. Click that and you're going to be in Chrome. If you're not signed into your Google account, you will see a sign in button. If you are signed in, you will see your username up here in the corner. I am not signed in, so I'm going to go ahead and sign in. Your username is most likely your last name and your first letter, and then at staff.oisd.org. That's different than your Outlook account. Your Outlook account does not have the word staff. Then you're going to go ahead and put in your password. If you do not know your password, you can go ahead and reach out to LRTs in the elementary buildings, Angie Stevenson at the district IT department, myself at the middle school and high school. The library paraprofessionals can reset that password for you and look up your username. Go ahead and we're going to sign in. You'll notice now that I am signed into my account. You can go to your mail next because that's where you got an invitation to join the Google Classroom for Educator Effectiveness. You can go ahead and click on Mail here, or you can click on the app icon and get to Mail, your Gmail here. In your Gmail, you will find an invitation from Educator Effectiveness. It might be from Educator Effectiveness Silver Lake, Educator Effectiveness Greenland, Educator Effectiveness Summit, and it'll say there's a class invitation for you and your name, and say it's inviting you. So if I go ahead and click on Educator Effectiveness, and let's say I'm doing Meadowview, I have a whole bunch because this practice teacher is invited to all the classrooms. And you just go ahead and join the class by clicking on the link. It might prompt you to ask if you are a student or a teacher in this class, and you will be a student in the class. The teacher will be your evaluator, your principal. Once you are in your Google Educator Effectiveness Google Classroom account, you'll notice a few things. You'll notice your name up here. That will be your Google username. You'll notice your name up here. This happens to be test teacher, and you'll notice that Educator Effectiveness is the evaluator, or like the teacher in this case, which is your evaluator, your principal. In the stream, you will notice that there are 5 things. The first one is a post, and the last 4 are assignments. We're going to go through those very quickly. The first one is just for your reference. You don't need to complete or do anything. And all you do is you click on Danielson Rubric, and up comes this. And this is just a smart card, and it is just for your reference. We're going to go ahead and close that up here by the tab. We're back into our Meadowview test teacher account. The next one is the teacher SLO form, and you notice it's open. You can click here to open it. You can also click right here on the link. So the SLO form is required by all of our teachers, and it is a Google Doc, so it will save in real time. You do not need to actually share it like we do other Google Docs. You're going to actually turn it in when you're done. So if I go ahead and click on this form, you will notice that the questions look very familiar to what you filled out last year in Teachscape. The beginning of the interval SLO reflection goal setting is what you need to fill out this form. So you'd fill in your information and baseline data. You just go ahead and type right in. The box will expand as needed. So you go through and fill out this beginning section. And then you will notice at the end of SLO 1, there's a place to do your SLO goal statement, but then at the very end there's a mid-year SLO process, and then the end of the year process. But at the very end of the year for goal 1 is SLO data. Here you can insert a link to a Google document to put your SLO data, or you could write in your data that you're basing your SLO statement goal off of, or you could use the snipping tool and take a screenshot and paste it into the box. You will also notice that there is a place if you want to describe or put a link into your teacher created assessment. That's only for teachers who are not using a standardized assessment. If I go even further, you'll notice that there's SLO number 2 and SLO number 3. You do not need to worry about those. Those are for the next years that you are in your cycle. Okay, so you just need to fill out the beginning of the interval and then add any of your SLO data in that SLO data, and if you have a teacher-created assessment. Here's that blue share button that we usually use to share with people. You do not need to share this. Okay, through Google Classroom, you do not need to share. You're actually just going to go close this out and click the blue turn in button. Okay, it's going to ask you if you want to turn it in. You're going to click on turning it in, and you'll notice that it says it's done. You could actually unsubmit it and get it back if you needed to make some more corrections. Okay, if your evaluator actually looks at it, makes comments, or returns it to you, it'll say returned up here where it usually says done. So that's the SLO form. To get back to all of your assignments, to get back to that classroom stream, up here is the back arrow. And you're going to find that there's the SLO form. You're going to find the PPG form, very similar format, the same as the SLO. And then you're going to see two other assignments that are only for people who are on summary year, staff that are on summary year this year. It's the teacher pre-observation form and the post-observation form. Those need to be filled up prior to your formal observation from your evaluator. Okay, other things that you need to know, this plus button down here, that just creates a post. You don't have to post anything. It's just there if you were actually using that functionality in a teacher-student situation. Your classroom is private to you and your evaluators or anybody that is involved in evaluating you. Other teachers do not have access to your classroom. Each teacher has their own classroom account. If you need to get back to your classroom, we got to it this time through our Gmail invitation, but you can get to Classroom by just Googling Classroom or going to https. I think it's classroom.google.com, and you can bookmark this site by go ahead and clicking here in the star and bookmarking it, or you can drag it and put it down in your bookmark bar down here. You can also, if you're in a new tab here, go to the apps icon up here on the left and find your Google Classroom app. Okay, it might be, if you look down here, I actually have like 4 pages of apps. It might be hidden on another page, or if you didn't link your account, your staff account, when it asked you to link data, if you didn't link it, you won't have all the apps that the district has pushed out. Okay, you can contact me and I can show you how to do that. If you want to move your classroom like front and center like I have it, just click on it, hold it down and drag it where you'd like it to be. Okay. Any other questions, please reach out to Jill Marr. Have a good day.